Hi, my name is Karthik and you're watching my Poddar KK Tricks and Technology. And this is C Sharp written interview question and answer series. Okay, so today I will show you how we can implement of alphabet Q and asterisks. Okay, so let's see in the demo first. Actually, what actually would be our output? So this is our output. Okay, so we need to create, we want to display the pattern like Q, an alphabet with an asterisk. Okay, so first we have to understand actually how many logic are there and what how many row and column are there. Okay, so first I will tell you and I will discuss with you. you know this is a very straightforward shape and it's have very simple, six row over there. 0 start from 0 index, 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. It is a six row and how many columns are there? And first start from space over here to 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. That means start from 0 and end with the 5. It is has a column, 5 column are there. That means total 6 column, but when I will start from 0 index, so it will take 5 index. Okay, so 0 to 5, that means 6 column are okay, 6 column. And how many rows? 7 rows. But when I will start from 0, sorry, so it will take six column from 0 index. Okay, so first we have to understand how many column, row and columns over there. So 6 rows and 5 columns. Okay, start from 0 index. And how after that we have to understand how many logic are there. We can how many logic we can bind in a solution, so that it will create a shape. Okay, so basically you can see over here, I will split one by one. So this is our first logic. Okay, and this is our second logic. Okay, and you can see over here this is a third logic. Okay, and this is a fourth logic, and this is a fifth logic. Okay, so you can see over here, if I will split over this shape, so we can see over here only fifth logic are there, and we will implement fifth logic and we can create this alphabet, Q alphabet in asterisk in C sharp. Okay, so before we implement in real example in C sharp, first we have to understand how we can create a program. So it is a very simple flow chart. Okay, I have created a flow chart as well. So I will take a row and column I have discussed with you. Okay, so I will take a row with index and with six row. And if it match, that means not less than equal to 6, so it will true. And when it will true, it will true, to it will initiate a column value as well. After that, it will after that I will initiate a column decision. So it's also less than 5. So if is condition match, so that time it will check. Here is our logic, this 5 logic over here. So don't worry about this logic, I will implement one by one, and I will tell you, I will show you what exactly this logic. Okay, so don't worry about that. So if this logic is match, that time I will print star. If does not match, that time I will print space. So this is basically will process end of this 5 column loop, and also end of the 6 row loop. Okay, so very simple and straightforward. Let's see in the practical example. So first I will open in our Visual Studio. I have installed Visual Studio 2019. I will create a new project and I will take a console app, because it's very simple app, and its name is like demo. Okay, Q demo, because I'm creating, Q shape, so that's why I will put a name as, and you can mention any name according to you. Okay, so let's open. It's open. So first, actually, you know, okay, you can see over here, two variable are required, two loop are required for this creating implement this shape. So to loop, which is our to loop row and column. So I will I will declare as a row as an integer and column. Okay. After that, as our output, you can see over here, you know, uh, we have to decorate actually what we are implementing. So this is a question actually. So we want to decorate that question first. Okay. So very straightforward. We can decorate that thing right in the console.writeLine, and end of this console.cw, and we want to display the pattern like you know q with an asterisk. Okay, and also I will print you know very simple dotted line under this questions, that is for look better. And after I will end with the new line. Okay, because I need a space. So under this line, so that's it. I have decorate as well. Now I will start the row loop. Okay, because I need row and column loop. So I will start first row. So that time I will use for I will change the name I to row, because I already declare on the top. So very simple, and I will put here because how many rows are required? 6 rows are required. Okay, so less than equal to 6 in a row. After that, I will create a column loop as well. So that column name is I already mentioned in the top. So that is column. Okay, I will remove integer because I already declare on the top. So equal column 5, because I need 5 columns. So less than equal to 5, and I just semicolon over there and just remove. Okay, so now I have created two loops over here, row and column. Okay, so now I want to implement this logic. Okay, so what is my first logic would be? My first logic would be that left leg. Okay, left hand leg of this shape. Okay, so how many are star we need? Okay, so how many star on this column? Okay, so this is a column, actually column 1. Okay, a column start from column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5. Okay, so it is a column 1. So my first logic would be if column 1, actually we want to print a star on column 1. Okay, so column 1 except row, it is a row. Okay, so it is a column 1, and how many rows we need to print this star? Only start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you can see over here we don't want to print 6 row as well as row 0 row. Okay, so I will I will set up the condition also. uh, I need star on column 1, but except row not equal to 0, and and okay, and row not equal to 6. Okay, so this is our my first condition. Okay, I just print the if it match, if it will match, so I will print star. If does not match, that means I will print you know space. So it is very simple. CW. Okay, just remove line because I will just put on the right, because I don't want to print a star and send to new line. Okay, so that's why I remove line, and I will print the star as well as, and the else part which is not match, that time I will print space. Okay. Okay, you can see over here over the flow chart I have implement end of this. Okay, so now if match, that time I will print this, and if does not match, that time it will print is. Okay, after you know it will go end of this of 5. Okay, after end of this row, you know row 0 and column 5, after that we have to send new line. So that's why when it will finish, you can see over here, if less than 5 and equal to, it will work as it is same process. When it will 6, okay, column value would be 6, that time it will break the loop and it will print a new line. Okay, so where I will put the new line? End of the inner loop. So okay, this is a inner loop and this is a column loop also, you can say. Okay, so end of the column loop I will print console dot write line. Okay, so new line, it will send to the new line, it will start from the new line. Okay, after that end of the main loop, we want to also print in a new line. Okay, that also part of the flow chart, you can see over here, end of the main loop, we also print new line and end of the application. So that is very simple and straightforward coding. I have only implement one logic over here. Every logic I will create one by one and I will discuss with you. Okay, so that's why I have creating one logic. So first, just build the application. So make sure your application don't have any error or any compilation error, anything. So you can see over here it will succeed. Now I will run this application. Okay, now you can see over here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so except row 0 and except row is 6, I have print the star. Okay, so my first logic succeed. I have created first logic. Now I will create now second logic. So what is my second logic? That second logic is row 0. Okay, and which column we have to print star. If I start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means I want to print column 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so very simple logic over here would be here. So if you can see over here, if okay, now there is more of logic, that's why no, we have to separate with the understanding level. So that's why I will separate from it is my first logic. Now I will start second logic with the or condition. Okay, so what was my condition? My condition was I will print a star on the row index 0. Okay, so row equal 0, and which column we want to, print row column 1, okay, sorry, column 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so my condition would be column greater than 1. Okay, that means I will start with the 2. Okay, because greater than 1 equal to 2, and or not and yeah, now or column less than, okay, less than 5. That means less than 5 means equal to 4. Okay, so we want to print 2, 3 and 4. So that condition will work as our expected. Okay, so I will bind up this condition as well because this is OR condition, so I will bind off. And also it is a one logic, so I will bind off as a brackets. So for the separation, for understanding, better understanding, so that I know, I just creating like this for your better understanding. Okay, now I will run this application and let's see. Okay, now you can see over here. Now I have implemented something is wrong. Okay, so now we have to investigate what actually is wrong over here. I want to print row 0, okay, and column greater than 1, greater than 1. That means it will start from 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, I have missed something. We don't print the OR condition. We want to print AND condition. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now you can see over here. Actually, sorry for that. Actually, I missed that condition. Okay, so now I have implement. Okay, second logic as well. Now I will move to third logic. So which is my third logic? My third logic is there. Okay, so I want to print. Which column I want to print. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Column 5 I want to print the star. How many rows? Except row 0 and row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except row 0 and 5 we want to print a star on column 5. So what our condition would be? It is very straightforward, as like already we have uh, so if is a very without or condition, so that means we don't print bracket. Okay, so just remove it and just one more condition, which column we want to print, column 5 and column 5. Okay, and as like you can see over here, as like this condition, same condition I will put over here column 5, but where I will put from the first logic column 1 I will put here column 5 and row not equal to 0 and no not equal to 5. Okay, so row not equal to 0 and row not equal to 5. Okay, so I will bind and I will separate with this logic. Okay, now just run this application and let's see. Okay, now you can see over here, I have implement third logic as well. Now except row 0 and except row 5. Okay, now you can see in the fourth logic over here only two star we want to print over here, on which column and which row. Actually it is a row of 6 row and column is 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so two column. Okay, so 0 and sorry, 0, column 1 and column 2. Okay, so what my logic would be over here, I want to print row 6 and column 1, column 2 and column 3, right? So my third or fourth logic would be, row equal 6 and 6 and column you know uh, column greater than, which column greater than 1, because we want to print 2, so that means column would be greater than 1 because it will start from 2, and column less than 3 4, less than 4 because I want to print 3. Okay, so less than 4. Okay, So I will wind this logic as well. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now you can see over here, it's fine. Okay, so now my finally logic, my fifth logic and final logic, you can say over here only for 2 star in after how many rows we have to print the 2 star. Okay, so I will print, you know, first I will calculate for row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means after 3 we want to print the star. Okay, and which column? Actually column is equal, it would be, row, column equal to row minus 1. Okay, so every row will come here minus 1 and that column equal to in this column. Okay, that time I would be print of this star as well as this star. Okay, so let's see in a practical example. Okay, so my last and finally logic would be, okay, so row greater than, sorry, yeah, greater than 3, because I will start after 3. Okay, and column equal row minus 1. Okay, so basically this is our final logic. Okay, so now let's see in a practical and output. Okay, now you can see over here. Now I will zoom it. Okay, now you can see it's creating a alphabet Q shape. Okay, so as per our expectation, I have we have created actually, Q shape and Q alphabet in an asterisk. Okay, so and now let's see in a debugger point also. So how is it, how it's creating, like set the debugger, how it's creating this shape. So run this application. Okay, let split up two part of this application. Okay, now let's see F10. Okay, now you can see first it's creating, now second logic. Okay, okay, one by one it's printing, and you can see if it's match, so it will print a star. If does not match, that means it will print, you know so it is a last row. So now you can see, yes, now you can see it is a very simple logic for the creating, alphabet Q. So that's it for video. Okay, please comment on my video section. If any query, if any issue, please text me via Facebook. Okay, so I will help you, I will guide you with the better example. So till then, bye bye, and thank you for watching. Keep watching, please subscribe my channel.